Hey everyone, this is Jordan from Serendipity OA, and in this video I'm going to discuss how to get ILoveSupplies polybags from the US into Canada and how to calculate a realistic price so you kind of know upfront what your cost is going to be. So you may know that if you've been in this business for some time, there is a wide variety of polybags that are on the market. Many of them are very subpar, as you may be familiar. We have used quite a few different brands of polybags, and a lot of the ones that we have found in the past are relatively thin. They have peel strips that are very clingy. They break easy because they're thin. The adhesive strip does not stick properly, which makes it so that we have to continuously tape the bag shut, which is a huge waste of labor cost. And overall, like a lot of bags that just exist, they're not very good, and there could be better. So a few years ago, I had found ILoveSupplies. A lot of people in the community, specifically in the US, talk about ILoveSupplies. The only issue is that ILoveSupplies bags are in the US and they do not ship to Canada. So I kind of had to figure out an entire process to get them to Canada. And over the course of me buying them from the US, this is a process that I developed. And I also developed a calculator, a spreadsheet calculator to help me calculate what my orders are actually going to cost me. And I'm going to share that with everybody today. So if you don't know, ILoveSupplies, John, who started ILoveSupplies, the one that you see in the picture right here, this is John and his family. Quite a few years ago, he used to be an Amazon seller. I believe that they are based in Florida. And he noticed the same problem that I noticed, is that the bags that were on the market were not very good. So he made it his mission to make something better. I've talked to John pretty extensively in the past about this, and he said, he spent quite a few years trying to find the right supplier. He tried to find some in the US, and it took him a couple of years to find a supplier that made what he wanted. And now that is exclusively what John does. Him and his family operate their business. They exclusively sell polybags. As far as I'm aware, it's primarily to Amazon sellers, prep centers, but there's also people outside of our industry that purchase his bags as well. He is somebody that's actually actively in the community and actively trying to make things for our community. And I mean, he's from our community. So I'd much rather support John and his family over a company like Uline any day, which in my opinion, their bags are pretty trash. So this is in no way a sponsored post. John hasn't paid me to say any of this. I just really like his products. So this is why I wanted to share this with everybody. And so if you come onto ILoveSupplies website, you can find all the bags that they offer on here. They offer special offers like bundle packs, individual products. They're releasing UPC blocking polybags right away. They should actually be getting received on their end relatively soon in the next couple months. These are going to be quite a big game changer for a lot of high volume items that require UPC codes to be covered. These are going to be quite a game changer. And so if you want to place an order with ILoveSupplies, the process that works the best for me, or that I have found, is I come onto here, I purchase what I want to purchase. I pay via PayPal. So there's no messing about. They're able to accept my regular credit card with a Canadian address. That's perfectly fine. And then I have the bags shipped to a cross-border service. Specifically for myself, I've used cross-border pickups. There are other cross-border services that exist, or of course you can get them shipped somewhere in the US. If you go over, bring things over yourself, you can certainly do that as well. But what I do is I order the bags from here. I get them sent to my free cross-border pickups mailing address. So if you want to get one of those addresses, you just sign up with cross-border pickups. They automatically assign you a US mailing address, and then you can get things sent there, and they get them sent over the border. They do obviously charge a fee to send them over the border and then to ship them to you. So this calculator helps factor that in. So now let's go over the calculator here. So the calculator that I have here, which you will find a link in the description to download your own copy. What this has is it has a few different basic functionalities. It has a exchange rate to exchange money from Canada to the US. It has all of John's main products in here. So 3x5 bags all the way up to 24x24s and a couple combos. I did not include all combos because I think they would just make the spreadsheet too large. So those are things that you can figure out yourself. These are just combos that I regularly purchase, so those are the ones that are in here. So we have the traditional bags, the UPC blocking bags, and then it gives us some totals, and then it gives you a section over here where you can input how many you want to purchase, and it'll calculate your total costs for you. So at its core, what this is it tells you what the bags are. So in this case, 3x5s, 1,000 pack. It tells you what the total estimated weight is. So for 1,000 of these, it'll weigh about 3 pounds. The total cost, as of filming this video, was $30.01 US. So if we look at ILoveSupplies here, we come down, we look at the 3x5s, 1,000 is $30.01 US. And then over here, it automatically converts that from US to Canadian for you. And then over here is a section for cross-border pickups. This is where we would input our information about how much our pickup fee is going to be, our shipping fee. And then down here, it gives us full calculations for the 1,000 packs or whatever pack the items are sold in. And then it also gives us a breakdown of what our cost per bag is. So if you compare this to something like, say, Uline, and you factor in Uline shipping, you can see that these bags are very comparable to the cost for Uline, even though we have to factor in exchange rates, bringing over the border, shipping costs, that type of stuff. So when you're ready to come place an order, chances are you're probably not going to be ordering every single bag that's on here, but there is a little indication here of how to use it. So first you want to ensure that all the information in the white squares is input accordingly. So the weight should not change. The price, you want to ensure that the price is up to date. So whatever products you're looking at, just ensure that you have the updated USD pricing in here. Of course, prices can change at any time. Ensure that you have the proper exchange rate up here. So from US to Canada, if you want to get that, you can just simply go to Google, type in USD to Canadian, and it gives you the approximate exchange rate there. Of course, this fluctuates day to day. So right now it's 1.34. So when you ensure that you put that up there, then it'll give you a proper estimation for the pricing. And then you can calculate your pickup fee and your shipping fee with cross-border pickups. So the way that I do this is I always want to assume the worst. So these costs are always estimated high for myself, so that typically the overall cost is actually going to be a little bit cheaper. So with cross-border pickups, there is a link in the calculator that sends you to their rates section. So it shows you how much they actually charge for their services. So you can come over here and you can see from US to Canada, these are the fees that they charge for packages. So we just assume that we're bringing over one package, so we're not consolidating any packages, which in most cases we are. So we just assume that we're only bringing over one package to have the highest cost that we can see. So in this case, for anything up to 30 pounds, we assume that the cost is going to be $15 per package, which we have here. But of course, you can adjust that accordingly. If you're unsure, you can, I would just recommend leaving these at the defaults. And then you can estimate your shipping fee. So if you're picking this up directly from cross-border pickups or whatever service you're using, you would not include this, and you can exclude this portion from your estimate. But you can come down cross-border pickups calculator here, and I actually find that this is relatively accurate based on what they charge you at that time. So you just want to input the weight here, the postal code that's going to, and then it will spit out a estimated mailing fee for you. So the ones that we have in here are based to send from their location in Ontario to me in Saskatoon. But we can see here, so I have 3 pounds. My shipping fee, I have it at $18. So we can see with cross-border pickups, they estimate it $17.43. I just round it up. Again, I like to estimate high, just so I can get a realistic feel and not have any surprises. My total fees always end up being less than this, but I like to estimate it high for that reason. And then once you have all that inputted, all you have to do is come over here, input how many of what bag you want to order, and it'll give you a grand total of what your order is going to be in Canadian dollars. So like say we wanted to order, I don't know, we wanted to order two 6x14 1,000 packs, so 2,000 6x14s. Say we wanted two 9x12s and say two 11x14s. It adds up everything for us automatically and gives us a grand total. If you are purchasing the UPC blocking bags, the prices that are in here are the regular pricing, not the current promo pricing for the pre-order. So all this is regular pricing as of right now. You can also input that in here as well, and of course that would add it to your total as well, so we can see everything gets updated accordingly. And then just to show you for reference, of course, if we change the exchange rate, we can see our price in Canadian over here. We can see our price per bag down here. So like for example, 6x9 is 11 cents. 6x9 here cost $73.12. Just for example, if everything was crazy and this changed to $2, all this updates accordingly for us automatically. So yeah, it's a pretty simple calculator. It does take a little bit of setup to begin with, but again, most of these are pretty standard defaults. You just want to make sure that your shipping fee is realistic to your location, and that's about it. So if you have any questions, you can certainly always let me know. I'm hanging out in our Discord community all the time, or you can send me an email directly. My email is support@serendipityOA.ca. But besides that, take care.